What is that? What is that? Is that an FFO? I think that is an FFO. That's right. I did it. This was a WhipGo project. The project was to finish the object, not fully finish it. I was able to fully finish it in the month that it was called, believe it or not. Granted, it wasn't a lot of work. I simply did like a stretched canvas. But that's clearly quite a bit of the style that I like, and is up on my wall, so it fits in perfectly. But yeah, can't really believe I did it. I got it fully finished. Proud of me? Hello, Flosstube. Welcome to my introverted life. I'm Wendy, and it is, well, it's Wednesday. Yeah, I know. If you watched my last one, my last update was Sunday. I haven't been stitching much. Honestly, my arm's been bugging me again because, well, why not? And so I was taking it easy, but I did accomplish a couple things, and I think you just saw my foot. Well, that was probably disturbing. I apologize. I did work a little bit on cross stitch. I got this pattern. This pattern is from Bookmark Mania from Jeanette Crew Designs. It's a pattern from early 2000s. There's lots of the Bookmark Manias, and they have some of the cutest little patterns in them. And while they're, long and thin, made for bookmarks, this I did do on 18 count. If I'd done 14 count, it would have been a little bit more bookmark size, whereas right now you can tell it's not. But I specifically chose a small project like this that I hadn't even started or planned on starting because my arm was hurting and I wanted to be able to work on something for like 5 or 10 minutes. And with something small like this, instead of, taking your needle and going in and then pulling it out, I could hold this in this hand and put the needle in and pull it, and then I could take this and pull it away. So I wasn't using my arm that's hurting as much. Whereas my big projects, I really can't do that with my big projects. It just doesn't work. But I did accomplish a couple things cross-stitch related. One of them was making bobbins to bobbinate, or to floss drops. Not bobbins, floss drops. So I could put a bunch of thread on floss drops. I decided to kit up another project for what I'm believing will probably be in June. It'll be a birthday start month. I have 10 projects. This one here will make 11. This one here will be Heaven and Earth Design, which is Magic Study. Not the original one with the colors I prefer, but the Rainbow Magic Study. So I got it in the mini version. If I'd been able to get the regular Magic Study, I would have definitely done the larger version. But when Heaven and Earth had the sale, I don't know when, a little bit ago, you can get the minis patterns for like $6 a pop. So I grabbed 2 of them, and I'm kitting up one of them. I have an order in with 123 Stitch for the floss I didn't have. Turns out I had a lot of the floss, so I'm going to start getting those ready, and I'll have that project ready to go when I do all my new starts. The other thing I worked on is this pink binder here. Pink binder might look semi-familiar because this is what I'm using to hold all my flosses for time goes by. It's not completely set up yet. Do have this. I think I'm going to cut this down because I think I want this to be able to fold out, but they flip through, and then I think I'm going to get possibly elastic so that the elastic goes around here and kind of holds them in when I'm not using them, you know, and then I can just either pull the elastic away if I need to pull this down, and then up here I still need to redo these because I want these flipped around the other way, but I'll be able to just grab a single strand and like literally just like pull it right out. Just pull it right out and not have to do much of anything, and then this will be just in the binder and I can just flip through and find the page that I need. I've got stuff falling out because I need to do something with. I was thinking just like a piece of paper, but then I thought if I get a like elastic, you know, I can move it back and forth and stuff like that, and that'll hold it down instead of it being held right now with the ring. So, and it'll keep all the floss in. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. We're gonna get to see a little bit of how it's working, granted a little bit backwards at the moment and not complete because I just don't have it. I don't have it completely finished yet. Hopefully soon. Oh, that's catching. This little guy here has just got a little bit of a squeeze. Squeeze. It's a little bit closer, but yeah. Magic Study, not Magic Study. Time Goes By. This one's Time Goes By. Time Goes By was called. I did the 25/7 spin. And so that is what I will work on for 25 minutes today. I should probably show you where it's at. Hold on. Okay, here is where we are at with Time Goes By. Still wanting to call it Magic Study. Yep. Magic Study on the brain. As you can see, it's very confetti. Like, seriously, there's several different colors in here. And I'm just kind of picking a color based on in this little area, like the next one that's kind of open, you know, over here a little bit, and then I'll fill in over here, you know, and just kind of work this way until I have a lot of this filled in, and then we'll, you know, move the Q-snap over and go from there. But you won't see much of a difference because you never do. But I usually put in 1 or 2 strands, and it's just been filling this in a little bit more, and you'll see probably a few more little dots throughout here and stuff like that. But I'll show you that progress here in a sec. And this is where I ended up. Just did 1 strand of color. It was very, you know, random. Started up in here, filled in a little bit, and then just started filling in all along here. So there's a bunch more little confetti pieces. That's a blue color if you can't tell. Pretty. Don't you love it when people like zoom in, show the close-up? Probably better when it's not bouncing. Sorry about that. Requires me to possibly... Nope, it's gonna bounce. You don't notice the bouncing quite as much when it's further away. That's what I was looking for. Wow, brain not functioning. Yeah, you're used to that. Anyways, gonna leave that here, and I have a finish. I worked on this last night, finished up the backstitch. Yeah. So, I've got this done. It was, you know, pretty quick and easy. It's really cute. This is off. This is supposed to be over one. So that it's over one here and over one here. I wasn't paying attention. So now it's just all on the right side. It's on 18 instead of 14, so it's not really bookmark size. I wouldn't use it for a bookmark anyways. Pretty sure I explained this to you. So now I have to figure out what to do with that. Moving on from this, I have done my 25/7 spin today, and you will not believe what I landed on. Yep, it landed on Lady of the Flag. Probably seems weird that I have Lady of the Flag in my little spinner wheel, but I have it there for this reason. This just has not been worked on much this month at all, which kind of sucks. And like, I got really into it and gone down here and got just this quarter finished and was just had problems with my arm, and then worked a little bit and then had problems with my arm again, and just haven't been putting in the hours. You know, I'd put in like an hour or something every few nights, and I really need to get back into it. And that's why it was on the wheel, because I spun it and I haven't been working on it. And this will make me work on it. And I'm pretty sure the more I work on it, the more I'm going to want to work on it, because I really do enjoy it once I get into it. And this is just, it's just so pretty. I'm happy to be getting into the flag there. That is really cool. So here is where it is at the moment. And I will be working up here some more. So I'll show you where I got to. I'm kind of anticipating working more than 30 minutes on it. Just as a warning. See you in a sec. And this is what I got done. I spent several hours last night. Again, you don't see as much progress because there's a lot of color changes. Like, just way too many color changes. I had up to the red here, so I filled in all of this section, and this here ends, it's not the furthest over here, the flag goes up this way more, but in here is the page break. So I've got all the way across for the page break, and then I'll start filling in here. You'll probably see progress a lot quicker because there will be some bigger chunks of fabric. Bigger chunks of color. That's the word we're looking for. I know that the flag is kind of going off this way, so the dress, you'll start seeing these big color blocks again, and I can just get a lot more of the color blocks done a lot faster. So yeah, it's looking really cool. The color is just like phenomenal. I love her sense of color. Wish I had that understanding of color. Really need to like look up color theory and do some more research on color theory, because, well, why not? I do have today's 25/7 spin, and it has turned out to be Dark Queen of the Sea Sow. Boobies. Yeah, I'm gonna do that every time. I'm sorry. We all have them. Even men. Men have boobies. Girls have boobies. Men have boobies. And boobies you can see. You can run around without your shirt on if you have boobies. Not fair. But I'm working on her hair. So we'll see where I get to with that. I actually have a string. It's been forever since I've worked on this. So, yeah. It's one of the needle minders I made. It's just jewelry. Just a couple bits of jewelry that I put together. Put a magnet on. Just broken jewelry bits. I think they're cool. I had some up in my shop. Still have some up in my shop. A few have sold. Most have not. To each their own. I'll probably take them out of my shop when they start expiring this next go around. And then I'll just use them myself because, why not? Anyways, yeah, working on her hair. As you can see, I did this really weird coloring with her hair. I am thinking of pulling out some of this and getting just some like white in because it's very dark down there. And because one of the colors is very bluish and blended in with my fabric, I actually added in quite a bit of the dark color around it, which I don't think helped. So I'm thinking of pulling the dark color out, not all of it, just up here, and then putting the white in, because the white, whoopsies, as you can see, works just fine against the blue. So I'm thinking of just pulling out some of this and leaving in a lot around here. Maybe trying to get, a few white stripes in here, and then white across the top here. The dark going around. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing. Because, this is me. Anyways, yeah. Show you kind of where I'm at. Yeah, the blue bluish tone really blends in, but I got the bluish, and then I got a slightly purplish, dusty purple in there, and then the blue, which also kind of has a slightly almost greenish, olivey type green, very light hint undertone, which is cool. I love her eyes. Look at those green eyes. I don't know why I wanted her to have green eyes. I just something was like, ooh, she should have green eyes. So I gave her green eyes. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Doing that color there. And we'll see where I get to. Maybe I'll come back over here and start filling another color. Who knows? This is me we're talking about. But you'll see what I end up doing here in a sec. Okay, here's where we got to. I was there, I think. There, somewhere. And I filled in all of these bits. And I'm up here, and there'll be more of the color going down. A little bit in here, stuff like that. But this is the first time I've worked on this in a while. And yeah, need to get back to it. Every time I work on something, I want to get back to that. Too many projects, not enough time. What can you do? It's all time. Yep, got an order from 123 Stitch. I have another one coming in because I decided to kit up the Heaven and Earth, the HAED that I got. So this is previously ordered, probably just a couple days before I decided to do the order for the Heaven and Earth. So yeah. Anyways, I was doing an order because I needed these. These are for my design that I talked about, that I was, spent several days just focused on. And these were the colors that I was missing. So I needed to order those, and because, 60 cents a pop and less than the shipping, I ordered some more floss. I try to order 5 or 10 of the flosses that I don't have in my stash, and I don't have any of the newer numbers. Well, I've got like, well, this is 20 of them now, and I ordered another 5 with this next order. So I had 1 through 15. I got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, the little end thing came off this one. It wasn't going back on, trust me. Same with this guy, and this guy got snagged a little bit, and I was situating it a little bit, but it's still just a little bit off. But you know, I mean, I know what you're saying. For nine flosses, it's still not really worth the shipping, is it? No, it's not really. I suppose I could have ordered more floss, which would have made sense, but I didn't want to because I knew there was something I really wanted. That's another Mirabilia. This is White Christmas, I believe. We double check. White Christmas, MD90. I have no clue what year this is. Don't know if it says. Don't know where it would say if it did. Anywho, yeah. There's been a couple channels that have done like kind of mirror parades, just showing all the mirrors that they have. One of the ladies actually has all of them. What was her name? Needle something. I can't remember the other ones either. But yeah, they were showing off all of them, and even though I'd watched the one lady go through all of the mirrors already, when the other lady was doing it, I was like, let's watch her too, because, well, why not? You know, I mean, there's 180 of them or something like that. You could easily miss one. And I'm pretty sure I did, because I looked at it later on and was like, yeah, I don't remember that one. Also, so, yeah. But one that really stood out to me had been this one. And I kind of like the idea of darkening her hair. I don't really like the light golden brown, golden blonde color. I'd really like it more of a brown color. I know, probably kind of weird, but she's got a really pretty face. Playing with a snowflake. And like, it uses Whisper, it uses all these little treasures, just tons of the little treasures and the beads and stuff like that. And I don't think it uses any watercolors or water lilies, but still, you look in there, see the snowflakes and just all the gorgeousness. It's just so pretty. I just saw it and was like, ooh, I just love that. I love it. So I had to grab it. And I will have another stitchy order coming in probably in a few days, and I'll definitely update you on that one and show you what's all came in that one. And until then, I guess I'll just show you stitching, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it is now Saturday, the 26th, February 2022. The only stitching I did yesterday was on my design, so I kept thinking I was going to work on Lady of the Flag, but then I'd be like, oh, I'll just stitch on my design for another hour, and then I'll put in, a couple hours on Lady of the Flag. Oh, I'll just stitch on my design for another hour, and then I'll put in, an hour on Lady of the Flag, and then I just said, screw it, I'm not going to do that. We already knew that I wasn't going to do that, so I finally admitted to it. But today, I didn't do a 25/7 spin. I'm still debating if I want to or not. I decided to pull out Temperature Cats. Temperature Cats. Well, they're cats for me. It's Temperature Pets is the pattern. It's my pattern. And put in the last couple weeks worth. I had January's done, and then I had basically the head done for February, so I put in all of this, and it took quite a bit of time. It's over 300 stitches. So, I don't know. I need to probably put this off to like doing it weekly and stuff rather than every couple of weeks, because I think the time it takes, like this one was fine because it's just this short little bit. This one has been much longer bits that have just taken a lot more time. So yeah, thinking maybe I'll try and actually pull it out again next week. Right now I'm going to work on my design for a little bit and see where I get to, what I feel like doing. I really do need to do something. I can't remember what. I really do need to put in work on Lady of the Flag because the pattern is borrowed. But yeah, she can see the progress I am making on it, so that helps. Now, not to worry about me having the pattern too long. So, anywho, that's it for the time being, and when I actually do something else, I will come back and show it to you, so see you in a sec. Okay, so I did decide to go ahead and do a 25/7 spin. I worked on my design for a couple hours maybe. Yeah, I worked quite a bit on the temperature thing. Don't let it go for 2 weeks. It takes a bit to catch up. I think it showed that it was over 300 or over 400 stitches. I can't quite remember which. That pattern is compatible with Pattern Keeper, so that's what I'm using to stitch it, because it's a lot easier. But this is where I'm at on this project. If you have not seen it before, I don't know where you've been. This is Steampunk Navigator. Picture. Yeah, it's a piece I love working on, to be quite honest. And apparently my spinner quite enjoys it too, because I keep spinning it. I need to fiddle with the spinner again. I just constantly feel like it's the same project. I'm kind of wondering if it's not me constantly feeling like I'm getting the same projects. I'm wondering if it's the fact that I'm constantly spinning for the same projects because I haven't started any new projects. Could be. As you see, I've got this strand right here, so I'll work on filling that in, and as I get that done, if I want to work on it more or I have more time, I will probably come up here and start filling in colors here. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Sound like a plan? It's a plan. See you in a sec. And here's where I ended up. I finished off this string. I still need to secure it in the back. It started up here, and I just confettied in a lot here. Discovered a couple stitches in the wrong spot. They will be staying there. I'm not doing anything with them. Then I added in a new string. I know I was thinking of going here, but technically the stitch that was in right there, which I highly doubt you can see, it's gray, that one. Technically that stitch was a row higher than that stitch right there, so I put that in and started filling in. You can see the gray that I was filling in. Yeah, So all the gray in there is what I got done, as well as just a lot of confetti in here. If you can tell, there's slightly darker brown in here, and that's what I filled in. This here is the edge on this side. This stitch here is the very bottom of the page, of like 36 pages. I don't know why I love full coverage so much. I don't think I will ever finish any of them, but I like working on them and they make me happy, so that is what I will do. As for today, well, it is the next day, by the way. Should probably preface that or explain that. Yeah, worked on this for probably a little over an hour last night. Was not gonna film. It's like you hit the point where you're like, yeah, bedtime, and that's the point I hit. So was not gonna film. So showing you what I finished last night today. Need to do a 25/7 spin. Haven't done that yet. We'll do it in a little bit. I need to work on grime guards, and that's what I will probably be doing for the morning after that. Who knows? I also did I didn't really do sewing. I got some patterns started and one pattern cut out so I can make a pair of comfy loungy pants, and I'll probably do that today. So I was spending some of my day yesterday sewing or working on sewing related stuff versus cross stitching. We'll probably do a little bit more of that today, who knows. After that, again, don't know, but when I figure it out, I'll come back and show you what's up. It is now Monday, the 28th. I did basically nothing yesterday. I think I worked on my design for a couple hours, and that was really it. I did do my sewing, so I have grime guards going out today, and I will be sewing some more today so that hopefully more grime guards will go out in the next few days. That's the plan. Don't know if I'll be able to stick to it, but that is the plan. As for today, this is my first project. This is mini Clockwork Dragonling. This is my 25/7 spin. Yeah. It's gray. Yes, I know. There are blues in there, believe it or not. If you look really, really close, there are some blues. This is 1/1 full cross. I'm starting this thread here, so you'll probably just see. I don't think it'll be fully filled in at all, but you'll just kind of see it get more dense, and where it goes from there, I honestly will have no clue. Yeah, but really all I got for you at the moment. Sorry about that. This was a boring segment, but I will be back in a sec to show you what I got done, so see you in a sec. And this is where I ended up. As you can see, this is filled in a bit more right here. Several rows, about 60 stitches or so. This one goes a little bit slower because it is full cross and it's 1/1, and to be quite honest, I just have a hard time with it. Like, stitching without others around is okay, but when you get in there and there's just that one single stitch, it's just difficult to find where the holes are at. Like, there's a stitch there, there's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole. But I'm also looking at it through my phone, and my phone slightly magnifies it. I should probably try putting on glasses. I do have glasses that slightly magnify it, but oh, the glasses suck because going back and forth between the magnification on the glasses and like having to look at the pattern. The pattern is fuzzy. through the glasses. So you have to be able to look away from the glasses and then look through the glasses for the thing. But the glasses, I can't really like look under them or anything like that. I can look over them and look up at the patterns, not up the patterns down. Can't look down under my glasses, so not sure what to do about that, to be honest. Who knows? Anyhow, yeah, that's what I got done. And it's always nice to put in a little bit of work. I'm thinking maybe I'm planning on doing my birthday start month in June, because that's, you know, when my birthday is. So maybe just before June, one of the last videos before, you know, all the new starts videos, I will try and do a comparison, perhaps, and show where these different projects were at prior to me starting prior to January, or around January, when I first started trying out the 25/7 stitchy spin, which, yes, I know is not the way it's supposed to work. I am doing it my own way because, well, I'm just like that, I guess. Want to do things my own way. So you can see some of these stitches are just like way off. These ones turned out pretty. These ones are, I don't know what's going on there. There's a bit of fluffiness going on over there. Every once in a while you can find a stitch that's going the wrong way. I know I put in a couple going the wrong way. Just this go around. Yeah. What can I say? I have issues. But yeah. Comparison video around mid-year. I think that'll be really cool. I think that'll be really interesting for people to see. And quite frankly, I just want to see the amount of work I managed to put in on stuff. I think that'll just be very encouraging. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it'll just be very encouraging to see what I've managed to accomplish just by randomly, you know, working on projects every so often for like half an hour. So we'll think about doing that, and yeah, I will. Oh, I have no clue what I'm gonna work on. I'll just wait and show you what I end up doing here in a sec. Okay, this probably looks funny, but I have finally checked out the Whip Go. Well, I checked them out earlier, but finally pulled things. Just start with Whip Go for tomorrow. Numbers were 15 and something else. Don't remember. 20 something. Seriously can't remember. But I do know the projects. This first project is two sets of socks. Yes, that would be correct. I don't know, it sounds like I'm claiming that there's gonna be 4 sets that's being made, and that's not correct. 2 sets of socks. Anywho, my mom really likes the knitted socks, so I knit her socks. A couple years ago, I picked up 5 skeins of yarn, and I had one in my stash that I used for socks, and I'm down to just these 2, so I want to go ahead and get these made. This is, of course, just to be more natural, and then this is fun, and I've got this pulled out. It's going to go with this, and that is going to be the contrasting heels, cuffs, probably toes. That's the plan anyways. My second project, when I pull this away, is Fire and Ice. This you might, of course, recognize. This is my oldest project. I would have started it in 2000 because I believe that is when this came out. So, 22 years. I have this page and this page done, and I'm working on this page. The goal for this is 8 hours or page finish. This page does not have nearly as much stuff on it. It's got a little bit over here and some coloring in here. So I want to at least finish that page. I don't know how long it'll take. It's hard to say. Some people have a good grasp on their time versus stitch count. I do not. I really do not. So I want to at least finish that page. That is my main goal. If for some odd reason I can finish it in less than 8 hours, which I kind of doubt, then I'll put more time in on it. If it takes more than 8 hours to finish the page, I want to finish the page. That is the goal. If that makes sense. As for the rest of what I have done today, that's right, it's Lady of the Flag. I put in some more red here and here, and I've got this part started. I must admit, I love the way the flag comes out. It looks so cool. But, I don't know. Stitching on this is sometimes kind of hard. It's slightly, I don't know. I'm almost burnt out on it, I think, and I haven't even been working on it. I think stitching is kind of difficult for me right now. I did some sewing today, I did some work today, I had orders to go out, I had supplies, products and stuff coming in, so I had to go answer the door like 3 times for 3 different carriers because, well, that's what you do. I've just been tired. I've definitely been tired. There's been a lot going on. And because of that, I'm going to, before signing off on this week's video, which is what I'm going to do here in a second, I am going to say that while there is a lot of stuff going on in this world, and I do think about it, and it does affect me, I am going to do my best not to talk about it on this channel. And that seems a little weird in comparison to most channels, and that is fine. That is their channel. That is their platform to talk about whatever they want to talk about. But there are a lot of us out there with mental health issues, and we're not thinking of ourselves in these times. But because of our mental health issues, because of our anxiety and our depression, these things that are going on in the world right now, and these issues that have been going on, and the politics within our country and the politics within other countries, is difficult for us. And we watch it because we care, but there are times when we can't handle it. Because the truth is, it scares us. It scares us very, very deeply. It affects us straight down to our core. And because of our mental health issues, sometimes we're not in a place to deal with it. At this point, we're lucky not to be dealing with war the way some areas are, but we are dealing with other things within the US. I feel sorry for anybody who does suffer from mental illness, that is dealing with certain things directly that can't be easy. I don't know how they're doing it. I wouldn't be able to. I really, really wouldn't. But I know that Flosstube is generally a safe place for me. It's a place I can go when I'm dealing with struggles on my own, in my own little world, issues with cars not working and stress of work and all those things, and Flosstube is an escape for me. When things get this big, it's being talked about everywhere. Like, so much everywhere. And Flosstube is no longer an escape. It is no longer a safe place. And there are people that complain about that. You know, there are people that's like, oh, don't talk politics on your channel, and people will pop in and be like, you know, the channel owners will pop in and be like, it's my channel, I can do what I want with it. And that's true. The reality is that is true. It is your channel, do what you want with it. It is your platform to express yourself. I can't stand here and go, I'm sorry, I struggle from mental illness, don't talk about things because this is my safe place. It can't always be my safe place. But I can make sure that my channel is a safe place for people. That everyone is accepted here. I am very different from most people in the sense that I do try to look at things from both sides and try to understand things from both sides, and try to understand that it isn't always what happens, isn't always what somebody meant to happen. It isn't always the intention isn't always what the outcome was, and they stand there being bullied in the end because of something they accidentally did. And I'm not for that. So instead of flat out, you know, coming out with what I believe, I try to I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. I try to ignore the concept of right and wrong, and one side being right and the other side being wrong. I try to pretend that there is no one way for things to be, that things can be both ways. Because, let's face it, people are different. And I know that'll bug some people, because they think their way is the only way. And there are things out there that are still right way and wrong way. I'm not claiming that there's not. I'm just claiming that there may be more to it than just what you see. And I try to look and search for what else there can be. And I have my views and I have my opinions, but I don't really discuss a lot of them with people because I don't like being bullied for not believing what somebody else believes, and I don't like listening to them degrade and bully people for not believing what they believe. And because of that, I will try to keep politics off of my channel. And I will try to keep this a safe place for everyone. And I will request that strong opinions be left at the door. And there are plenty of channels out there that you can go to and talk about these things. And it's okay, and it's encouraged. I just want this to be a place for everyone. And with that, I'm going to end this week's Flosstube and say goodnight to y'all. Bye.